Congressman, you were one of those who was quickly critical of the choice of Sarah Palin, the governor of Alaska, as the vice presidential candidate on the ticket with John McCain. Since then, however, there have been any number of people who have said Democrats are going to have to be very careful here. This is a woman who could be extremely popular in the course of this week at the convention, and you have to be careful that you're not looking like you're just picking on somebody who has come out of Alaska just because she's new on the national scene.
Agreed. I don't think this is about Sarah. This is not about her lack of experience. This is the lack of judgment by John McCain. I think this says volumes about Senator McCain, and you already and others are reporting about the lack of a vetting, a thoroughness that went on here, questions that are being raised about here, but it's not really her. It's what does it say about John McCain. This is the biggest decision he's going to make of his presidency. Your vice president, who's going to be your partner at your side? And every asset, Tom, that he's talked about has proven not to be the whole story about her. I think it's more about his lack of judgment, what he showed here, his rash decision. We've had that for 8 years with George Bush. And I think a lot of people, and I think if you talk to Republicans, a lot of them are walking around scratching their head and saying things not just about her. We'll put those aside. But what led John McCain and his team to do this and put, in fact, throw, as you referred to, you want to call it a Hail Mary pass? You want to say it's a Hail Sarah pass? There's a lot that reflects back, because the decision about the vice president is a decision the president makes, and it's an indication. And I will stack up the judgment and the criteria used by Barack Obama versus what Senator McCain just showed, and I think it says a lot about John McCain and the riskiness associated with the way he makes decisions and the process associated with that.
Senator McCain and Senator Byrd just a moment ago, and any number of other Republicans have said, wait a minute here. Let's talk about executive experience. Her decision-making in 2 years in the governor's mansion in Alaska, taking on the Republican establishment, her own party in her state, striking a much better deal with the oil companies. Go ahead.
Tom, first of all, everything they say about taking on the establishment has proven not to have been the whole story. Set up a 527 advocating for Ted Stevens. That's just not the truth. You know, she was supposed to be anti-earmarks. Her city that she was the mayor of just recently got $20 million for her. Everything that they said, this is what qualifies her, has turned out to be not only not the whole story, not an accurate portrayal. That's number one. Number two, it's not Barack's experience versus her. It's Barack's judgment versus John McCain's judgment. And Barack has shown in the selection of Senator Biden a partner that is ready to govern and lead. And John McCain now already, within 24 hours of his most important decision to date about his presidency, has questions swirling both about the process that led to this and the judgment that led to this. That is the fact. So it's not Barack versus her. It's John McCain and Barack versus each other. And Barack showed the sound judgment in picking Joe Biden. And John McCain has a lot of questions about his judgment.